What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Sean J coming at you live and direct with another video. Man, we out here at the park right now. It's about 90 something degrees outside. It's hot. It's hot out here, man. So I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I'm gonna make this joint short and sweet, man. Today's topic of conversation is why men should stay single until 40. That's right, I said it. Why men should stay single until 40, bro. I said 40. So in this video, I'm gonna just give you my opinion on this whole thing. I seen something on YouTube last night. It was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? It really got me thinking. So, why men should stay single until they're 40? Man, really think about it, man, because in your 20s, well, we got this truck. Give me one sec. A nice truck. That's a nice truck. But think about it, man. When you're in your 20s, what the fuck do you know? What kind of experience do you have with anything? I mean, you in high school and junior high school and in college, you don't have much experience, bro. You don't got experience with women like that. You got no experience with your finances like that. You probably barely started to build any credit. You haven't traveled anywhere. You probably own your first or second car. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You never put money in stocks. You know what I'm saying? You never really invested. You don't have any experience in anything, bro. And it's like, you're thinking about, okay, I want to get in a relationship while I'm in college. That's not the smartest idea. And I've always had this in the back of my head because I've always heard it. I've always heard don't get in relationships until you're older. I've actually gotten that advice from people that were way older than me. Like when I was in my 20s, I think a female told me this, a woman, grown ass woman, she said, listen, don't get married until you're older. Cause she made the mistake of getting married when she was young. And I don't know statistics on it, but I don't think most marriages work when you're really, really young. I think that divorce rate with that is higher than a person who's 40 and up. But it all makes sense though. You know what I'm saying? It all makes sense. Yeah. So it's like when you're young, man, when you're in your 20s and 30s, that's the perfect time. That is the perfect time to be discovering yourself. That's the perfect time to get to know yourself, what you like, what you don't like. You know what I'm saying? That's the perfect time to go traveling. Perfect time to make all the mistakes you possibly can. And y'all may be looking at me about mistakes. Yes, I said it, mistakes. You gotta make mistakes when you're young. So when you're older, you're gonna make less and less mistakes when it comes to certain stuff. You're gonna be so well versed in certain stuff that you won't make as many mistakes because you made all your mistakes when you're young, if that makes sense. It's like they say, like, you gotta fail your way to success, bro. People who are successful, all people who are successful, it may look like it just happened for them overnight, but you don't see all the failures that they had to go through to get there. Like most of the, I'm on YouTube every day. I see youngster, man, I think he's 27 now, but I think he became successful like 23 or something. He was not focused on clubbing and partying, drinking, smoking. He wasn't interested in getting into relationships. He was in his room, he was in the lab with a pen and a pad like Dre is. You know what I'm saying? He was in the lab with a pen and a pad. He's trying to get successful. He wasn't thinking about these females like that, man. And I found it interesting because that's like similar stuff that similar people stole. Like another YouTuber, right? I sat down and watched him probably like a month ago or two, right? And he was telling his story how he became, I think he was a streamer. Either that or just a YouTuber. Right? You know, I know there's a difference between the two, I guess. I just watch YouTube. I ain't gonna lie, I'm obsessed with YouTube. But anyways, he was basically saying And he did go to college, but for very long, because his streaming took off. But the dude, and he was in his 20s, and I'm coming to a point on this. Like, he would say, like, all my friends would be going to keg parties and living it up, popping bottles and getting into relationships with girls, or just sleeping around with girls. This dude said that, you know what, I can't go to the party. I have to work on my streaming or whatever, or my YouTube. And he was so obsessed. He was so obsessed with his purpose. You know what I'm saying? The dude was obsessed with his purpose, that he wasn't out there partying, and he was in his 20s. You know what I'm saying? Dude was in his 20s, and he finally became, long story short, he finally became successful, and he's well established now. And the dude's, I don't know if he's a streamer or a YouTuber, or both. Like, I know Kai Cenat's a streamer, right? Y'all call him a streamer? So I only follow YouTube, I ain't gonna lie. But he, he knew from jump that women were the biggest distraction for a man. And that's the truth. Women are the biggest distraction. And I ain't got nothing against women. This ain't bashing women. I love women. Women are great. I ain't got nothing against our women. I love all the women. Women are great, bro. I'm just speaking facts. Like, a man could be studying for his bar exam, right? Let's give you another scenario. A man could be studying for his bar exam, and he has to take the bar exam in 6 months. He meets this girl at his college, and they start dating. And long story short, this dude stops studying. He stopped studying for the bar exam, and he's not studying as much, and he's just falling behind because he's with his girl all the time. And he fails his bar exam, all because he was super duper distracted by this girl he met in college. Now, if he would have stayed focused on his purpose and passed the bar exam, he'd be a lawyer, and he'd be going on 40 and be like, okay, I got everything I need now. I got everything I need. I got me a house. I got my own car. I ain't got no kids. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't got no kids. I got all the money and resources that I need. Now is the time to settle down and get me a wife. While the rest of the cats, sure, yeah, they were winning at the time. Oh man, I just got laid last night. I had a one night stand, this, that. Oh, we went here and was popping bottles, and you know what I'm saying? We were doing this and doing that. Oh, we had a keg stand. We were going to block parties. Man, you missed out on all that, yeah? But now, who's winning now? Who's getting the last now? I'm 40. I'm established now. You guys are playing catch up because you guys decided in your 20s and 30s to F around. You know what I'm saying? So it all makes sense, man. Like, that's why you should stay single until you're 40, because you're gonna be more established. You're gonna have a lot more experience. You're gonna have a lot more experience with traveling, finances, you know what I'm saying, with women, you know what I'm saying? You're just gonna have a lot more experience, bro, than you would a person who was in and out of relationships all throughout high school, all throughout college, all throughout the 20s and 30s. You're just gonna fall behind, bro. And so me personally, man, I'm 39, and I wish I had somebody to tell me what I'm telling you guys. I wish I had somebody to tell me this when I was in my 20s, or even in high school. I wish somebody would just drop it on me. One little gem. Give me one gem. I wish I had that. I didn't have no mentors or nothing. So I learned all my stuff off YouTube, and some of it was natural with some certain stuff. But thank God I ain't got no kids or anything, never been married. So, but it's like, I'm not even where I want to be at in life. You know what I'm saying? Like most people, there's a lot of people out there right now that they're not where they want to be at in life. But I thank God that I didn't settle for the first thing coming, like a lot of men. I knew cats like that. Settle for the first thing that came their way. Then they get married, and then they get divorced 3, 4, 5 years later with a kid. They didn't follow their dreams. They didn't, they didn't go to school to become a doctor or whatever the case may be. They got their whole life went on a detour. You dig what I'm saying? They joint went on a detour, my nigga. Like, I'm glad that wasn't me. I'm just on top. I'm glad I don't have any kids. I ain't got none against kids. I love kids. Kids love me. Kids love me too. I love my niece and my nephew. You dig what I'm saying? Watch them grow up. So much fun watching them. They still growing up. But you know what I'm saying? It's hot out here, guys. It's real hot. But yeah, that's why not get married at 40. I mean, that's why you should stay single until you're 40, because you're gonna have all that time to work on yourself, to build yourself up. And even in the gym. I'm 39, like I've slimmed down a lot. And I'm lean right now. But dude, if I started this when I was in if I started this in high school or in college, I'd be looking like a Mandingo warrior. You know what I'm saying? I look like a Mandingo warrior around this mug, man. But no, guess what I was doing? I was out there partying and doing all this stupid shit. Partying, drinking, smoking, getting in trouble. But yeah, man, that's why you should stay single until you're 40. That's why you should stay single until you're 40, man. Make all the mistakes you can when you're young. Except, don't make the mistake of having a kid with a girl you don't want. Have a kid later on in life. But that's just my advice. I'm hearing this from other people too, that older than me, that told me that telling me all this stuff. They would have wished they had kids early or later in life and stuff like that. But that's my video, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. Put down in the comment section if you agree with me to that you should what age, put this down, what age is an appropriate age to stay single? I mean, what age would you, how do I put this? What age do you prefer to be married, or to, or should you just thug it out until you're older in life? You know what I'm saying? For everybody who's younger than me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, deuces.